Tell us a little bit of what happened here.
Okay, obviously, as the plaque says, 1965, the number 3 gun mount. The gun mounts were originally rated to fire 42 rounds a minute, which, to give you a frame of reference, that's about one 70-pound shell every minute, every second and a third. What happened was the barrel overheated. They had what's called a cook-off, and the round that became jammed in the barrel cooked off and exploded and blew back into the mount and killed 3, and then injured, I believe, was a half a dozen more.
Wow.
So, and obviously the damage to the mount was severe enough the mount was replaced. This is not the original number 3 gun mount.
Okay.
So when you say, is this where they actually passed, it was on this spot, but not in this mount.
Call time? Saturday, 7:45.
And
Okay, notes, take your notes.
notes are good.
Alright,
Okay.
got a watch on you so you can get times, flashlight if you need one.
If anybody not have a flashlight,
Anybody needs to clean their lenses before they get started. Got some wipes here for you guys. Sure you got extra batteries. So why don't we do this? Why don't you guys start at the bottom, work your way up. We'll start at the top and work our way down.
okay.
Alright? So we should be crossing paths sometime in that time frame.
Okay.
Coming down the stairs, I had 2 community service girls behind me. They're coming down, turning on lights and everything. We're going to clean up this area down here so we could open it up. Come down the stairs and we got right around this locker. I was walking this way to turn on the light. The girls were right there. They looked into this mirror and all I heard was screaming as they ran up the stairs. When I finally caught up to them and asked them what was up, they were adamant about not wanting to work down here. They said they seen something in the mirror. So after that, I come down, turned off the lights, went back up, and we found something else to do.
Can we get EMF reading?
Yeah. Except when I get to
This was probably
about here, I can get a handle.
4 years ago. Yeah. And I've had this whole compartment open now for a year and a half, 2 years. So.
Now, what is this? Where are we?
This would be an enlisted berthing for 2nd Division.
So there's quite a few places we can actually pursue here. Well, let's find out what you guys got on your walkthrough.
We were at Dan and I were at the rear gun turret, and Dan went into the port side. I was going to the starboard side, and at the right at where the covering is. What is that called? He's not here. Anyway, I could hear like a faint radio station talking. Couldn't really hear any music. But when I went around the corner, I didn't hear it. So we were doing an EVP session inside the turret, and when I came back, didn't hear anything. Well, then I heard these two talking, and they were and he was talking about, Mike was talking about having hearing like a radio station. Well, they were in about 150 feet, 2 decks down from where we were at.
It was almost like an old AM radio with someone talking and music in the background, but it was it was clear enough you could hear it, but if I stepped a little bit away from where I was, it went away. And I was trying to figure out whether we might have some sound transition from ships out in or boats out there. Walter said that wasn't the case, that the sound didn't transfer that way. But it had that old AM crackliness to it.
Mm-hmm.
If your signal is faint and you're just not quite pulling it in.
I haven't heard any stories about any physical phenomena so far. It's been mostly visual and mostly audio.
Yeah.
So I think that might be our main focus for tonight's investigation. I guess we'll concentrate on EVP. Definitely continue to take readings, see if we need changes to support any visual changes, or visually, if there's any changes that'll support any apparitions that we might capture on video or anything like that.
EVP session number 2. We're in one of the rear berthing units. I know we came down here and kind of invaded your space, but if you talk to us, we'd really appreciate it. So you'll know who's here. We're going to start with Michelle, and she's going to introduce herself, and then everybody will say their name, so that way if you want to talk to one person or another, then you know who to talk to. Michelle?
I'm Michelle.
I'm Dan.
I'm Chris.
I'm Bob. You'll see a lot of civilians on your ship tonight. We're going to be here all night, and the command wants you to talk to us freely, and they're going to have an announcement come over soon. But we've come down to hear any complaints or to see what you've got to say, or if you don't want us here, tell us that too. Or you could communicate to us in some way, knock, yell at us, whatever you want to do. Now Michelle's going to ask you questions about your family, because she'd really like to know if she can contact them, or if you have a girlfriend somewhere. So Michelle's going to start asking you some questions, and we want you to answer her, and we will hear it on our machines. Okay, Michelle.
Do you have a girlfriend? Or maybe a wife? Is she at home waiting for you? Do you have children or young siblings at home waiting for you?
There was 4 questions that you asked. One of them would be about waiting for you. And I'm picking up kind of like not a click, but a very faint, soft tap right back to this corner back here. And I heard it on 4 different questions, but it was just like a sound would be like this. I'm going to get in the area where I think it is. Tell me if you're hearing it from about the same area. Like right in here?
Yep, that's where my camera's been pointed.
Okay.
I thought I heard a sound too. It was like over and over, like a ch-ch.
You can see that green light?
Uh-huh.
Okay. If you see other lights light up, let us know.
Okay.
And keep asking the same question or questions like that. Okay, if there is somebody here and you were trying to communicate to us, Michelle's going to ask you the questions again. Can you make that noise again so we can hear you?
Do you have a girlfriend?
That was me.
Does it make you uncomfortable that I'm in here where you sleep? Are you worried your girlfriend will not wait for you? Are you worried she's already moved on? Have you met someone else?
Did anyone else hear like a child?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was just listening to.
What'd you hear?
It sounded like a child in the distance talking.
Okay.
Not
I can still hear it.
The sounds seem to have gotten
You can hear a child now? Okay, we're in the CPO mess, and we're doing a EVP session, Turner Joy. And here's a sound check on everybody that's in the room.
Michelle?
Chris?
Dan?
Bob. Okay, anybody in here that would like to talk to us? We have Dan, Chris, I'm sorry, could you say your name again?
Michelle?
Michelle, and myself, Bob, and we're going to be asking you questions, so don't be shy, talk to us, tell us what you, you can say anything you want. We're civilians. We're in your world. We want to hear what you've got to say.
Did you serve on this ship? Were you on this ship during the Vietnam era? How many years were you on this ship? What town are you from?
Chris, do you have a question?
What was your job on the boat? Do you like staying here? Do you have a wife or children? Do you have a wife or children?
Are you the person that has been following Michelle? Oh, okay, so you came in here with us. All right. Well, we're going to keep setting up, and anytime you want to talk to us, you just flash the lights, okay? Okay.
Did you not like us in the other room?
Is there somebody that here that is there somebody that Michelle should be worried about? That's there is. Is there somebody else other than the four of us that's here in this room? There's you and four. Okay, there's you. Okay, and then there's the four of us. There's not the four of us and you. Okay. Is there another sailor in here? A seaman? There is. Can you light up all of the lights again? Because I want to make sure that, so if this reporter says, oh, well, it was because of this heater thing, but so is it because of this heater thing? Is this where you're drawing your energy? Come on, man. You can do it. Light them up. Put as much energy as you can right there, and let's see you peg it to a red. If you can do that, then I'll have credibility with this reporter. Otherwise, he's going to think I'm lying to him. Come on, you can do better than that. Give me a full blast. Come on. I brought you Michelle. At least you could do is give me a full blast of light. Come on, buddy. Just flash it.
All the way to red. Please?
You remember when we were talking about laughing and joking? Did you like that? You want to talk about Chicago? Because when we were talking about you being a Cubs fan, you kept lighting up. There you go. Okay, so we like the Cubs, right? Just they can't win. Show me something there. Come on. A little bit more. You almost had the red one going, okay? And then I can move on to something else. Come on, do it a little brighter. I know it's really hard, but do it for us. You know what? I can tell you something off the side. If you light that all the way up, she's going to get all excited and thrilled. Come on, excite her. You can do it. There you go. Saw a little red there. The reporter's going to ask you a yes or no question. Okay? Will you answer it for him with nice bright lights? Okay. Go ahead. Ask him a question.
So if you're a Cubs fan, does that mean you hate the Sox?
I'd say that was a pretty solid answer.
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you one question. Can we keep talking to you the rest of the night? Do you want us to leave you alone? You do want to leave you alone? Or do you want... You do? Okay. Can you find somebody else to talk to us? Think so? Okay. That's cool. We'll talk to anybody you can send our way, okay? Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming over. You know what? You're all right. You're a good friend. You go back to your rack and turn in. Okay?